Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for March 30th through April 5th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. Alrighty, the overall energy for the reading, the moon. I'm gonna give that to you in the sense of, I'll take that as your energy, given that everything else is kind of blurry with the moon usually. But I'll put that on you. And you've got something to say there when I clarify. But for now, in the recent past, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Alright, so something that was working out quite well, I would say, based off of the energies I'm seeing there, it stopped working out in that way. There's a sudden disruption to things there, so I'm not sure what that could mean. But okay, we'll leave it at that. In the current situation, the Hangman, the Seven of Wands, the Hermit. I feel like you want to heal, maybe out of whatever the hell happened there, but you don't. At the same time, there's quite a rejection to the aspect of, okay, let me look into that, you know? Interesting. Because this energy of healing is definitely pulling at you, and you're like, nope, come back later. But you are kind of still, I don't know. In the immediate future, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Star. I mean, this looks like an idea that you may come up with, something that feels good to you, something that's like, okay, I could try that. And I think you're going to go for it, whatever this is. It could also come in as a proposition from, it doesn't have to come from you. It could come from somebody out there or something out there. You see something and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, let me do that. But the minute you engage with this energy, you become very, very stressed out for some reason. So let's clarify. Let me do the moon. For the moon, you get the Hierophant, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups. Yeah, it is you. And you've got an opportunity to move on here. There's a strong energy of moving on, moving forward in a good way. You're super excited about it, energetically speaking at least. It's a good opportunity that opens up for you here. Now, I think you're taking it slowly. It might not be at a conscious level in the sense of, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. It might be that you're already engaged with something and that's the new opportunity. Let me do the Five of Pentacles. In the recent past, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Swords. What? You're showing me something that functioned under, or at least you felt it functioned under, equal give and take energies for the longest time, and then at some point you're showing me that you're upset because that's anything but equal give and take. So it could have functioned very well under, balanced energies there, and then at some point somebody did something where it kind of set the scale off there. And I see someone being upset and being like, well, okay, I don't have to do this anymore then. Or at least felt the disconnection from this whole concept of whatever was going on there. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Swords. So then, if you're not feeling it anymore, if this is you, if you're not feeling it anymore, then why are you still there? Because you're there with the sense of, I don't want to be here. Then why are you? Well, it's complicated. It always is. But it never really is. So it comes through as a deceptive energy because it's like, if you don't want to be there, then why are you still participating in whatever that is, you know? Let me do the Queen of Cups in the recent past, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower, the Empress. This comes through as softening the blow. Maybe that's why you're still there. Because you're like, well, just because I feel this, all of a sudden, that something's off here and I want out, I'm not just going to get up and go, right? So maybe you're trying to slowly but surely detach from the situation, you know? Maybe that's the plan here. Because I see you trying to avoid disaster here. As best as you can. Or trying to treat the situation respectfully, loving, you know? With the best intentions in your mind here. Okay. Let's do the Hangman. In the current situation, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the World card. This, I don't know what happened ultimately in there, but it's definitely dead and buried, whatever that is. Whether or not you're still in there physically, whether or not you're still dealing with the situation in the physical way, this is dead and buried. This is a done deal. Chapter closed. Locked up. Key thrown away. And there's a sense of rejection to that. So that tells me that even though it is done, you're not accepting it fully. Let's do the Seven of Wands in the current situation. The Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Lovers. I mean, your response to things comes in as pretty normal, you know. Even the rejection part to it all. And it stems from you still somewhere in the back of your mind trying to figure out ways in which to bring this into balance or back into balance. But you're coming up empty-handed, basically. I don't see you figuring it out. You know, how is that gonna work? How can I, you know, fix this or work on this to such a extent? You may be able to, you personally, but like there's another energy involved. So as far as you're concerned, sure, give it a try, why not? But like make sure they're on the same page. For the Hermit, you get the Four of Swords, the Justice card, the Eight of Swords. See, you alternate here. There's a massive energy of healing in which I see you going inward and really trying to stay connected to yourself as much as possible and work through whatever the hell is going on. And then I see your mind pulling you right out of that and keeping you a prisoner up here in thoughts and all sorts of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know. So, there we go. And this is you trying to deal with whatever the hell is going on and whatever the hell you want to do next about the situation, you know? But you're coming at it from two different places. One in which you go inward. And I think that might actually help you navigate in a healthier way through this. And one in which you're stressed out about what's going on, you know? So you're kind of up and down here, going between those two stages. Let me see the Ace of Cups in the immediate future. You get the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. See, you're opening up in a particular direction, and it's a new direction. Again, it could be an idea that you're having, like, oh, I could try this, right? But you're showing me that it's going to take some time for it to pan out. And you're also showing me you don't believe in it much. From an energetic standpoint, yes, you do. Mentally or on paper, you're kind of like, yeah, I could give it a shot. I could try this, but I don't think it's going to lead to anything, in all honesty, you know. And if you say that, then you're wasting your time here because you're creating that reality for whatever this is. So, I don't know. Let's do the Nine of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Temperance card, the Strength card, the Nine of Cups. Same kind of up and down here, from your thoughts to your inner self. It's going to be a little bit of a long journey here. As you navigate through things, whatever it is that comes up, even if it's new, you're still kind of under the same principle here, you know? You do have a very strong sense of self, though, through all of this. So I feel like a lot of times you're catching yourself when you go up here too much, you know? But when you do go up there, you're also telling me, I can't help it. I need to stress out. And it's like, why? Why? It's not going to change anything. It will for you and how you handle things. It's going to impact you, not in a positive way. So why do that? You know, especially if there's this sense of awareness that I'm seeing here. For the Star in the immediate future, you get the Chariot, the Death card, the Six of Cups. This new idea situation might be tied up to the same experience that you're going through. It's either, it's like going from keeping optimistic, keeping hope alive, to losing hope completely, basically. Unless it's something new, but it's kind of functioning under the same principle here. So you start off from a place of, oh, I could try that. Then you're trying your best to just be in the moment with whatever this experience is, but then your mind gets to you. And then ultimately it reaches a place of what you created, right? If you don't believe that it's going to happen, then it's not going to happen. So it reaches a place of, that's it for you here. You're good to go. Goodbye. Why does this feel like this is two separate experiences, but the same energy that takes over for you? Because if that's the case, then that's basically how you would show up in something, no matter how new or old it is, but how you perceive that something. And if you take it, or if you perceive it from the angle of, this isn't going to go anywhere, you're creating that reality for whatever it is you're dealing with. You know? And I know from a logical perspective, you'll be like, well, okay, I'll try it different then, and I'll say this is going to go places. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you still hold that energy in which you believe that it's not going to go anywhere, because it's the energy, it's not what you think. We can tell ourselves a lot of things. You know, that we think this, we think that, we think. The energy might not be aligned, though. So it's like, don't try to trick yourself with your mind over this. If you're showing up in anything you got going on and saying this isn't going to go anywhere, you are creating that reality for it, you know? And just saying from your mind that, oh, I'm going to say the opposite, we'll see how that goes. The energy is still there. It's the energy that needs to be worked on, not the thought process. The thought process can lead you anywhere you want in your mind. In the reality of things, it's your energy, you know, that leads you places. From the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. You are mind-driven here a lot at this moment in time. Where you're very practical about things, so you're in your mind a lot. That's not a bad thing, necessarily. It's just when you let your mind run the show completely for you, that's when it can backfire, right? So there needs to be that balance between your heart and your mind. And right now in the current situation, there seems to be more of that balance, but like as you progress here, your mind is running the show. Which again, that can be okay, as long as you keep that balance with your heart too. Think of that as your GPS. If you don't have that, your mind can take you places, yeah, but it doesn't know where to take you, you know? So try to find that balance here. And, you know, try to not let this or your heart run the show here as much as possible, because I don't know what the hell you're dealing with, but for your own sake, you would be better off just to function from a balanced place rather than, oh, my heart or my mind, you know? Things are going to pan out in the way that they need to, It's just a matter of how do you choose to navigate through all of that. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.